Namaskar. Hello and welcome to Sunset TV. I am Namrata Singh and you are watching Question Hour. The show focuses on questions raised by members in both houses of parliament concerning matters of national interest. In the Rajya Sabha, members from various parties posed questions related to 10 ministries and sought responses from the respective ministers. Similarly, in the Lok Sabha, members from diverse parties raised questions pertaining to 8 ministries and sought responses from the respective ministers. Now, let's take a look at some of the questions whose replies were presented today. Rajya Sabha member Dr. John Brittas asked the Minister of Rural Development the allocation of funds under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme and actual expenditure during the last 5 years. The ministry, in its reply, informed the House that for the financial year 2024-25, budget allocation of 86,000 crore rupees have been made at budget estimate stage, which is the highest ever allocation under Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme. At the budget estimate stage since inception. As on date, Aadhaar numbers of more than 99% active workers have been seeded in Narega Soft. In the current financial year, more than 97% of wage payment have been made through APBS. In order to ensure that 100% workers get their payment without any delay through APBS, Ministry regularly reviews the position with banks, state governments and other stakeholders. Section 6(1) of Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, Mahatma Gandhi Narega 2005, provides that the central government may, by notification, specify the wage rate for unskilled work for its beneficiaries. Accordingly, the Ministry of Rural Development notifies Mahatma Gandhi Narega wage rate for every financial year for states or union territories. To compensate the Mahatma Gandhi Narega workers against inflation, the Ministry of Rural Development revises the wage rate every financial year based on changes in Consumer Price Index for agricultural labour. Lok Sabha members Srirang Appa Chandu Barne and Arvind Ganpat Sawant asked the Minister of Women and Child Development whether the Government of India has launched the Bal Vivah Mukt Bharat campaign in the country. The ministry, in its reply, informed the House that Bal Vivah Mukt Bharat campaign launched in November 2024 focuses on making the country child marriage free. It is crucial to promote education, skilling, enterprise, and entrepreneurship among girls and women to realize the vision of a Viksit Bharat. Bal Vivah Mukt Bharat or Child Marriage Free Bharat has been created to support the campaign's vision by raising awareness, preventing child marriages, and facilitating the effective reporting of such incidents has also been launched. This will act as a centralized platform which can provide information about child marriage prohibition officers at central level, awareness programs conducted, and to facilitate reporting of the child marriage incidences. A national level training session was also conducted for all CMPOs on the day of launch of the campaign, for both attending physically and virtually to enhance their effectiveness in this initiative. The House was further informed that since enactment of the PCMA Act 2006, the prevalence of child marriage has been reduced by half, from approximately 47% as per National Family Health Survey in 2005-06 to approximately 23% during 2019-21 as per NFHS 5. However, few states have higher prevalence of child marriage compared to the national average. According to the NFHS 5 data, there are around 259 districts in the country where the rate of child marriage is higher than the national average. Different states have nominated the CMPOs at different levels, and the data regarding child marriage prevented is maintained by them. In some states, the functionaries up to Gram Panchayat level have been nominated, whereas in many states, it is only up to the district or sub-district level. Rajya Sabha member Sangeeta Yadav asked the Minister of Textiles the efforts made by government to achieve the vision to make India a developed nation by 2047 in the last 5 years, and whether government has formulated any roadmap or action plan to realize the goal of Viksit Bharat by 2047 in textile sector. The ministry in its reply informed the House that it is implementing various schemes or initiatives to promote the textile sector and contribute to the vision of India becoming a developed nation by 2047 and achieving the goal of Viksit Bharat. The major schemes or initiatives taken by the ministry include PM Mega Integrated Textile Regions and Apparel Park scheme, which seeks to create a modern, integrated, world-class textile infrastructure. Production-linked incentive scheme focusing on MMF fabric, MMF apparel and technical textiles to boost large-scale manufacturing and enhancing competitiveness. National Technical Textiles Mission focusing on research, innovation and development, promotion and market development. Samarth scheme for capacity building in textile sector with the objective providing demand-driven, placement-oriented skill program. Silk Samagra 2 for comprehensive development of sericulture value chain. National Handloom Development Program for end-to-end support for handloom sector. National Handicrafts Development Program and Comprehensive Handicrafts Cluster Development Scheme for promotion of handicraft artisans. Lok Sabha members Bharti Pardhi, Srirangappa Chandubarne and Arvind Ganpat Sawant asked the Minister of Women and Child Development whether the government has conducted inspection of specialized adoption agencies in the country, and if so, the details of the steps taken or proposed to be taken by the Government of India in this regard. The ministry, in its reply, informed the House that the Juvenile Justice, Care and Protection of Children Act 2015, as amended in 2021, is the primary legislation to ensure safety, security, dignity and well-being of children. As per Section 65(3) of the JJ Act 2015, the state government is mandated to inspect every specialized adoption agency at least once in a year and take necessary remedial measures if required. Further, as per Rule 27(3) of Adoption Regulations 2022, the state government or concerned state adoption resource agency is mandated to conduct annual inspections of specialized adoption agencies to ensure that they are working properly as per norms laid down in the rules. The House has further informed that state governments or Union Territory administration is competent to take action based on irregularities noticed as per the JJ Act 2015, JJ Rules 2022 and Adoption Regulations 2022. The primary responsibility of implementation of the JJ Act lies with the respective state or Union Territory government. Rajya Sabha member Virendra Hegde asked the Minister of Rural Development steps taken by government to leverage the business ventures, technology and finance of women self-help groups and encourage market and business expansion in the country, and measures taken by government for facilitating bank credit to women self-help groups. The ministry, in its reply, informed the House that Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihoods Mission has taken steps in leveraging the business ventures, technology and finance of women self-help groups and encourage market and business expansion across the country. Cumulatively, over 10 crores women in country have been mobilized into 90 lakh self-help groups. The Startup Village Entrepreneurship Program, a sub-scheme under DAY NRLM, supports the SHG women or their family members to set up small enterprises. Startup Village Entrepreneurship Program has supported over 3 lakh rural enterprises as on October 2024. SHG women are deployed as banking correspondent Sakhis, improving access to banking services, including deposits, credits, remittances, pensions and insurance, etc. Number of banking correspondents Sakhis, DigiPay Sakhis deployed with support of DAY NRLM is over 1,35,000. DAY NRLM provides funds to create a resource in perpetuity for the community institutions to strengthen their institutional and financial management capacity and build their track record to attract mainstream bank finance. These include revolving funds of 20,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees per self-help group and community investment fund up to 2.50 lakh rupees per SHG. Further, to ensure better access to online marketing, the Ministry of Rural Development has launched an online marketing platform for self-help group products. The total amount of capitalization support provided to self-help group members is over 48,000 crore rupees. This has helped in developing the credit history of the self-help groups. Accordingly, the SHGs have been able to leverage bank credit of over 9 lakh crore rupees till November 2024. Further, in order to reduce the cost effective of bank credit to women self-help groups, DAY NRLM provides interest subvention to social help groups on loans from banks. DAY NRLM conducts regular training and capacity building programs for self-help group members supported by eminent resource organizations, academicians and various government departments. These initiatives focus on strengthening SHGs, village organizations, cluster-level federations, producer groups and farmer-producer organizations. The programs aim to build awareness and enhance the skills of self-help group members, federation leaders and community resource persons, etc. To promote training and capacity building programs effectively, the ministry utilizes information, education and communication strategies, targeted campaigns and the engagement of CRPs through state rural livelihoods missions, ensuring broad outreach and impact. To support the small and marginal women producers in rural areas, the Ministry of Rural Development supports and facilitates the formation of producer groups at village level and large enterprises at district or block level. So far, DAY NRLM has supported in establishment of 1,245 women-owned producer enterprises, farmer-producer companies covering around 15 lakh women members. Further, 1.78 lakh producer groups have been promoted, covering 32 lakhs women members. Well, that is all I have for you in this edition of Question Hour. Stay tuned and thank you for watching Sunset TV.